Got the microphone working. Well, we appear to be good to go then. Welcome back. This is going to be Detective Pikachu for the Nintendo Switch, and I need to check very quickly to make sure that I know which part we're on. Yeah, this is part 5 of our blind playthrough of this game. Let's continue then, shall we? Marcus, just do what you always do. And Snubble, you watch Marcus's moves and see if you can copy them. Actus, snub. Ipom. Masterful tail dexterity. Ipo. Hey there, Ipom. You'd better not be planning on any pranks to play in the city, okay? Ah, yeah, because I think they were the Pokemon playing pranks at the very beginning of the first game and the movie as well. Burmy. I swear I can find Burmy. Yeah, okay. It's still the same dialogue.
Oh!
This tree's got berries in it. Pignite would probably like these ones. Then let's hurry and get them to Pignite's partner. Oh, Detective, did you find some berries? Yes, these were growing on a tree in Fountain Plaza. Oh yes, these look perfect for Pignite. Pignite. You're right, it looks really happy. Now we can go camping, right? Yes, thank you both so much. Pignite. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, there was another guy who wanted help with something. Yeah, this dude. What did he want help with again? Is Withing Ring, a Pokemon that can squeeze into the gap. I'm not allowed to go that way? Oh. What Pokemon can I find that could fit through the gap then? I'm trying to look at it. It's not letting me. The statue is still broken. Duh. There's no way Pikachu did this. I've got to search harder. In here? Snivy. Time to wake up, Snivy. Oh. Hey, what's a teapot doing here? It's a Pokemon.
Deep?
Poltegeist. A flavor steeped in mystery. Pulte. Whoa! Something's in there. It's a Poltegeist. It's a Pokemon that lives in a teapot. Oh yeah, one day it just showed up out of the blue and it's been here ever since. A teapot wanting to enjoy some coffee, huh? You don't say. You look cheerful as ever, Ludicolo. Feel a burst of motivation like your energy is rubbing off on me. Okay.
Hey!
Ah, there's another one there. If all this investigating has got you running on empty, a coffee break might put some fuel back in your tank. Thanks, Pablo, but I'm gonna keep at it a bit longer. Don't overwork yourself, got it? Okay, hang on a second. Isn't this cup kinda... Sinisty. Nisty. Why, it's a Pokemon! Hey, Sinisty, stop startling the customers. Wait, is this an antique form, Sinisty? Could you let me see under your teacup really quick? Sin? Oh look, there's a mark. That means you're a rare little Sinistea, aren't you? What do you mean by antique form? Most Sinistea are phony form Sinistea that inhabit forged teacups. But every now and then a Sinistea takes up residence in the valuable antique teacup. You can tell if the cup is a genuine antique by its mark of authenticity on the bottom. They are seriously rare. Wow, Rachel, you're not just knowledgeable, you've got an excellent eye for detail too. Nisty. Looks like it's happy to receive so many compliments. It must be able to sense your excitement, Rachel. Hello. I tried to talk to Pablo, but now... Okay, this is annoying. Hey. Ah, there we go. Hey, RNG. It's going good. How about you?
Hey.
Pikachu, how's the investigation going? Seems my partner may not be the only Pikachu in the city. Really? That would be a surprise. As I said yesterday, your little detective is the only Pikachu I know. He's the only Pikachu who'd come here for a coffee at any rate. Yeah, that's true. I guess we just got to keep looking, Tim. About the scorches? Did you know there's a scorch mark on the wall outside your cafe? Yeah, I'm just glad no one was hurt, and I'm pretty sure the damage was mostly superficial. You're good? Still working from home? Ah, that must be nice. That's a relief. The scorch mark looked like it was caused by a pretty powerful attack. Did you see it happen, Pablo? No, by the time I noticed, it was already like that. Not a fun surprise, let me tell you. I think the mayor's big televised announcement is about to start. Huh?
Hello, Rhyme City. This is your mayor speaking.
It's not nice.
In response to the unfortunate
You prefer working on site?
City, we've labored tirelessly to bring people and Pokemon together in peace and safety. On the last day of Pokemon Friendship Week, I will unveil a revolutionary device, a culmination of our efforts.
Mayor's working hard, I see. He looks serious about never letting anything like the R incident happen again.
I wonder what that revolutionary device is.
It's the little cubes on the back of Pokemons.
Could be anything.
Bringing in people and Pokemon together in peace and safety, huh? I'd hate it if that became an excuse to strip away Pokemon's freedom. Wow. Hello, Trophy Lad. Do you plan on getting Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Remake and Luigi's Mansion 2 HD? I've got both already pre-ordered. Both from my Nintendo store because they come with little goodies if you pre-order. 1000 Year Door I already streamed in the past, the GameCube version, but I might still replay it anyway. Luigi's Mansion 2 I've never played before, so I definitely intend on streaming that. Alright, time to examine this area. We're working for evidence left by the culprit, which is another Pikachu, right? But how would it be any different from evidence that your Pikachu could have left? I'm not sure, but we won't figure out anything if we don't look. Good point, we can't afford to overlook anything.
Alright.
Let's check for any clues that could lead us to the Pikachu that caused this mess. There's a label or something.
Oh.
Ah, a bus ticket. I highly doubt the Pokemon rode the bus by itself. It would be fun if one did, though. I bet that would be a wild ride. Can't wait for either of them, and I am hyped for Switch 2. Yeah, well, it will only be announced this fiscal year, but it might not come out until... I think we shouldn't expect it until March next year, or maybe April. When the next fiscal year starts.
Oh.
There's some paper on the ground. It's just a crumpled up piece of paper. I doubt it's got anything to do with the case.
Oh!
Look at these Pokemon tracks, they're pretty big. These definitely weren't made by Pikachu's paws. Anything else you can tell from them, Tim? It looks like this Pokemon was heading toward the main street. Uh-huh. Cupcakes? Oh. Tiny footprints.
Oh!
Here are some Pokemon tracks. I can't say for sure if these were made by Pikachu, but the size looks about right. Whenever it comes out, it's a day one. Switch is my fave system of all time. Trail heads towards the back of the plaza but ends abruptly before it gets to 2nd Avenue. I wonder why. Okay.
Oh!
There's some food on the ground. Maybe it's some of the food sold at this stall. Uh-huh.
Alright.
Nothing more to see here.
Let's think.
Ah, okay. It seems possible that there could be another Pikachu. Investigate the area around Fountain Plaza again. Uh-huh. Let's figure out where the other Pikachu went. Down that way.
Okay!
These little footprints are about the right size. They could belong to another Pikachu. Yes, they must. And if you follow the direction they're facing, it looks like they lead into that alley that goes to 2nd Avenue. Well, we were supposed to talk to Mightyena on the 2nd Avenue. Maybe someone on 2nd Avenue saw the other Pikachu. Let's go check it out. My favorite system of all time? Ah, that's a tough one. I'm still partial to the Super Nintendo myself because that's the one I grew up with, so it's very nostalgic for me. But the Switch would be right up there. It's certainly the system I bought the most games for, anyway. It's headed towards 2nd Avenue. Uh-huh. It's headed. There might be someone on 2nd Avenue who saw the other Pikachu. Let's go there, then. This is the way to 2nd Avenue. Yeah, I hope we find someone who saw the Pikachu. Mightyena. Wah wah wah. Ba 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 da. Well, here we are, 2nd Avenue. The police station is just to the left of the parking lot full of police cars. And if we head toward the police station from here, that takes us back to the street the Hi-Hat Cafe is on. I don't see any more footprints from that Pokemon. It's like it just disappeared. We'll need to question people for more information from here on out. Let's try to find someone who's seen the Pikachu. Hey! Let's ask that person if she's seen the Pikachu. Hello.
Excuse me?
My backlog for Switch is insane. I still have like 40 games left to play on it. I think I must be on 60 or something. It's pretty insane indeed. What about? Pikachu.
Excuse me?
Did you happen to see a Pikachu 2 nights ago at the evening the Slowpoke statue in Fountain Plaza was damaged? No, I didn't. I assume it was detained by the PPB. The police detained the Pikachu, yes, but we're looking for a different one. Oh really? Sorry, I didn't see any Pikachu. Thanks, that's important information. Have you witnessed any of the recent Pokemon detainments? No, I haven't seen them myself. But it does seem as if more and more Pokemon are being detained lately. Yeah, it feels like there aren't nearly as many Pokemon out and about in the city. That may be related to this incident with Pikachu. More and more Pokemon in Rhyme City are being detained. Sounds like an awful lot of Pokemon here in Rhyme City are being detained, doesn't it? Yeah, even if something's going on with the detained Pokemon, this all seems way too sudden. This may have something to do with the other Pikachu, so we ought to look into it. Sure, but how should we do that? The partners of the detained Pokemon might know something. Good point. Alright, let's go look for the partners. This place has the best burgers. I could eat here 5 times a day and never get sick of them. 5 times a day? That might be going a bit overboard. About Pikachu.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Like that guy who had nothing but McDonald's for like a few months or something, and he was, well, he almost died, I think, because of that. Supersize me. Did you happen to see a Pikachu 2 nights ago, the evening the Slowpoke statue in Fountain Plaza was damaged? Nope, sure didn't. I was here that night, though. But judging from the tracks, the Pikachu we were looking for must have walked down this road. Sure, so where could it have gone? Have you witnessed any of the recent Pokemon detainments? I haven't actually seen any, but I've certainly heard rumors. People saying the police were by and stuff. I sure don't like all this trouble in the city. Makes it so hard to just relax and eat. Spearow? I just can't believe it, Impidimp.
Excuse me.
What's wrong? Apparently my partner Impidimp got himself into a whole heap of trouble. Impidimp are known for pulling pranks, aren't they? Can't argue with that. Maybe this was a prank gone too far. Do you mind sharing some details with us? About Impidimp. So what happened exactly? The Pokemon Protection Bureau took my partner Impidimp away. It happened so suddenly, I was completely blindsided. I'm practically still in shock. Did one of Impidimp's pranks cause too much trouble for someone? Good guess, that's just what the PPB said, but somehow I just can't believe it.
Excuse me.
Did you happen to see a Pikachu 2 nights ago, the evening the Slowpoke statue in Fountain Plaza was damaged? No, I'm afraid not. We were trying to track down whoever broke that Slowpoke statue. Oh, you're a detective. I hope you find the culprit. What kind of trouble did Impidimp supposedly cause? They say my silly little Impidimp stole someone's valuables. And that it happens right here in front of this burger joint. Supposedly a security camera recording the whole thing, and they've got a clear image of Impidimp. But I just can't believe it. Despite all appearances, Impidimp's really a good little fella. He likes shiny things, so yeah, sometimes he'll bring me stuff he finds on the ground, but only things that are just lying there. It doesn't steal from people. I'd really like to believe you. I guess I can see why you doubt me. Poor Impidimp. I wonder if Impidimp really is guilty, though. I'd like to examine the scene for a moment. The incident that Impidimp is accused of happened right in front of the burger shop. Let's look for some evidence. This is where Impidimp reportedly stole someone's valuables. There might still be some clues around.
Alright.
Let's see what we can see. There's a really shiny coin on the ground. Did this get dropped here during the incident with Impidimp? If so, that would be a little strange. Yeah, we did hear that Impidimp loves shiny things. Exactly, Impidimp would have picked this coin up. So then why is the coin here?
Alright.
Looks like we've checked everything of note here.
Oh!
Burger joints menu. A burger sure would hit the spot right about now. Way ahead of you, boy.
Oh!
Poster for the burger joint. Looks like they're running a special deal right now.
Oh!
Licky Licky is the burger joint's mascot. Whoever they got to make this statue did a good job. An illuminated sign displaying the name of the burger joint. I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Alright.
Pretty sure we've checked out everything here.
Let's think.
What's behind the sudden increase in Pokemon detainments? Use the information we've gathered to figure out what's going on with these Pokemon. According to their partners, the Pokemon were all detained for doing things they normally wouldn't do. Whoa, hey, Panda, how's it going? They may have been framed for crimes that another Pokemon committed.
Okay.
None of the evidence left at the crime scenes seemed like things those Pokemon would likely leave behind. That's true, and their partners were in shock because the Pokemon were accused of doing something completely out of character. Just like when Pikachu was arrested, the same thing keeps happening. There's photographic evidence for every crime, though. As strange as this all seems, it would be difficult to convince the PPB that something's off. Every crime has photo evidence and the Pokemon are behaving out of character. What if those Pokemon are being framed? What makes you say that? Because they're in a picture, so they're framed. Ha! Sorry, I guess that's a pretty big claim. I can't say for sure. Still a lot of things at the crime scene just don't add up. I don't think we can rule it out just yet. If that is what's happening, I sure hope we can do something to help those Pokemon. Let's say for the moment that the PPP and the police are framing innocent Pokemon. If that's the case, what are they trying to accomplish? To pass that law that forces management of Pokemon or something like that. Are they just detaining Pokemon without doing thorough investigations, or is there more to it than that? I couldn't say why, but maybe detaining Pokemon isn't a means to an end. Maybe it's their actual goal. You mean the PPP and the police are just out there trying to pump up their numbers? Do they really have that little respect for Pokemon? Wow, Rachel, wait a sec. We need to investigate a bit more before we draw any conclusions. Things aren't quite adding up just yet. You're right, sorry, I got a little heated just now. It's okay, let's start asking people in the city about the recent detainments. Sounds good. The people who should know the most about the Pokemon detainments are the Pokemon Protection Bureau and the police. But Inspector Holiday didn't know much of anything. Maybe we should ask some other police officers. Good idea, let's do that. I'm gonna get some coffee, if you excuse me. My throat is already running dry, and that will help me stay awake as well. You wanna say? I heard noises outside like that could have been fireworks, but that could also have been gunshots. I'm not sure. That wouldn't be a first. Alright, let's continue. Oh, hello. Alright. It's a big gap between oh wow and oh no. Fireworks and gunshots. But it sounded like it could be to my ears. Like it could be the worst of the two. Because I don't see why people would be shooting fireworks now all of a sudden. It's not like it's a special date or anything. Do you think this Pokemon would fit inside that gap? To get that guy's wedding ring? Yeah, Ferret would be perfect for the job. Let's ask it. Hey Ferret, someone lost something important to him. We could really use your help getting him out of this pinch. Ferret? I don't think it understands. Please, he's in a lot of trouble. We seriously need your help. Ferret! Did it understand? Even if it didn't understand your words, your feelings came out loud and clear. I hope so. The person who needs help is over in Fountain Plaza. Can you go help him, Ferret? Ferret!
Okay.
I think it really did go off to help him. That would be such a relief. Come on, let's go see. Hi there, this ferret just showed up out of nowhere and heroically retrieved my ring for me. You called it for me, right? Thank you so much. It really saved my neck. No, don't thank us. Thank Ferret. Well done, Ferret. Really. Thank you from me and from Tim as well. Ferret! Please be careful not to drop anything that important from now on, okay? I'll do what I can. Can't help just staring at my ring. It reminds me of how happy my marriage is. You sound like a really lovely couple. I have to say, though, I'm pretty surprised that Ferret was able to tell what we wanted. I experienced that a lot when I was a kid, actually. Maybe it's a trait passed down from Mama. Even when we can't communicate with words, we can still understand each other's feelings. Ah, such a sweet notion. So naive, so innocent. Ferret, thanks for your help earlier, Ferret. Oh yeah, that's not the same street, is it? 2nd Avenue. Yeah, there was that quiz lady that I had to talk to, because I know that she is part of the local concerns that you have to go through for this chapter. Hello, detective. Ganna! I think I've met you before somewhere, right? Come on, of course you have. It's me, the quiz professor, remember? But where's your Pikachu? Isn't he usually with you? Gano? Pikachu's got something else going on today, so am I getting quizzed again? Why not? It'll be a good change of pace, and I'll help too. Oh my, is this your girlfriend? Then please, by all means, you two can work on this quiz together. And now for Pokemon quiz question number 1. What aromatic Pokemon has a beautiful flower blooming on its head? I forgot the name. It's the one in front of the flower shop, isn't it? I feel like I've seen that before. You think it'd be somewhere with lots of flowers? Yeah, duh. Let me know when you found it. I noticed she didn't say anything when she was called my girlfriend. She didn't jump to say like, hey, no, you've got it all wrong or anything like that. Oh, okay, never mind. Lit Yow. Oh, a Glameow and Litten? I think it is. Litten. It's a starter Pokemon, but I can't remember which generation that is. One of the last two, anyway. Ba ba ba. Okay. Yeah, this one. A Lilligant?
Lily?
Yeah. Okay. It's when I saw it, actually, that the name came back to mind. Oh, it's Lilligant. It's got a beautiful flower and a really nice aroma. And let's report to the quiz professor the answer has got to be Lilligant. Alright, sure, let's go. Uh-huh. Alright, I forgot I can hold ZR to run faster. Huh? What? Oh, yeah, my mistake. Yeah, load times are not exactly short either. Yeah, that's something I really hope is improved on the new Nintendo Switch. I mean, even playing older games on cartridge, like first generation games, I hope that they run better in general. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Litigant. That didn't seem like a challenge for you at all. Yeah, no. As you can see, Litigant can make a beautiful flower bloom on its head, but it requires constant attention. If you don't take proper care of the garland, it'll wither away. And also, essential oils made from Litigant's flowers sell for unbelievable prices. Well, I had already seen a Litigant before, so the answer just kind of sprung to mind. Well, sounds like this was smooth sailing for you then. Now, on to question number 2. Kano? What Pokemon has fluffy fur around its neck, loves to stay clean, and lives as it pleases? I'm imagining a luxurious pampered Pokemon, but what kind? We got a hint about fluff around its neck, but nothing on where to find it. Rough Rock? Can you tell me again? Lives as it pleases? I guess I'll know it when I see it. If they say only fur around its neck...
Live now. Live now.
Late meow?
Live now.
I love slow, lazy days when the weather is nice like this. Me too, but we haven't been able to take things very slow lately. Oh, what's the rush? Is something wrong? About Pikachu.
Excuse me?
Did you happen to see a Pikachu 2 nights ago, the evening the Slowpoke statue in Fountain Plaza was damaged? I saw more Peko and Dedenne, but no Pikachu. Hey Tim, do you think it's possible that the culprit was actually more Peko or Dedenne? No, I unfortunately don't think so. Chief Butler said he had proof that a Pikachu did it, but I believe it must have been a different Pikachu. Have you witnessed any of the recent Pokemon detainments? No, I've only heard rumors. A Pokemon apparently stole someone's valuables, for example. Sounds like we all need to be careful. I'd better keep a firm grip on my belongings. Yeah, if I talk to the police, I'm gonna... That'll progress the story, and I don't want that right now. I want time to do those, side questy things. Before it's too late, before I can't go back for them. Ah, this one? Delcatty? Sure is a cute Pokemon. That's a Delcatty. It really is cute. Do you suppose it's going for a walk? Seems pretty used to humans. Do you think this one is someone's partner? This fur around its neck is like a fluffy scarf. Charming, isn't it? I could keep petting it all day. Oh wait, doesn't that fit the characteristics the quiz professor described? You may be right. Let's go give her our answer. I don't think you can give a wrong answer anyway, as long as you've talked to the right one. They just figure out the answer for you. Pretty much. Pass!
Alright.
Ba-ba-ba-bam. Was this one a little difficult? Kano! Delicately eats, sleeps, and lives as it pleases, at its own pace. It's very proud of its fur and prefers to keep it clean, so it hates dirty places. If Pikachu were here, he probably would have gotten into an argument about whose fur was glossier. Aren't they usually nocturnal too? It seems rare to find one during the day. I see you know a thing or two about Pokemon, how splendid. And now without further ado, on to the third and final question. What Pokemon can sense emotions via the protrusion on its head and prefers secluded places? Sense emotions, protrusion on its head, prefers secluded places. Protrusion on its head? Yeah, it's not the answer does not appear in my mind automatically. Oh no. I just realized I said yesterday I would water my plant, and I didn't. It looks all droopy, I don't like it. Excuse me, I have to do that right away. I feel bad. Bad. Hat? I was thinking Ductria or something, but that's protruding head. Well, the rest of the description wouldn't really fit either. She said something like sensing people's feelings with the protrusion on its head. This one? It's got something protruded from his head, so... Can't go back there. That wouldn't be Snubble. In the cafe, maybe? A fairy? Psychic? Or fairy?
Luda.
No, that wouldn't be Ludicolo.
Daddy.
This one I can't talk to.
Jeep.
I keep putting it away in the cupboard, but then next thing I know, it's right back out on the table. Maybe I should start adding tea to the menu. Okay, probably not in here then. I could ask to have the hint again. Sounds a little sad. Maybe it's going to miss the city. But it's not gonna be one that we already had, so it's not gonna be one of those two. It's not Big Night either. Ba-ba-bam. Ba-ba-ba-da. Yeah, I guess I hadn't checked the... there it is, I guess. I haven't checked the parking lot of the police station. Athena. Searching for serenity. Hat? What a quiet Pokemon. Do you know what it is, Rachel? This is Hatenna. It almost never shows itself in front of humans. Yeah, let's have a sip. Well, it is pretty quiet back here in this parking lot. I suppose not a lot of people come here. This Pokemon only appears in front of people with calm hearts and minds. I'd say that describes you, Tim. It must have popped out to see you. If you say so. Oh wait, this Hatenna might be the Pokemon the quiz professor was talking about. Now that you mention it, it could be. Let's go tell her. So you did get it. Well done and congratulations. Kano, you've probably noticed this already, but Hatenna prefers areas without a lot of people. The emotions of others are constantly flowing into its head, so it'll run away if it detects strong feelings. You have to be very good at emotional regulation if you hope to have Hatenna as a partner. It sounds like a really sensitive Pokemon. I wonder if Hatenna would have appeared there if I had been by myself. Aha. Well, that's all for today's quiz. Excellent job getting every answer right. Oh yeah, I'd like to have a look at the list of all those local concerns available in this chapter, so I make sure that I haven't missed any so far. I don't have it still open, do I? Ah, yes, I have it open here. Okay, retrieve the ball for the man's children. I haven't done that yet. Retrieve the wedding ring, I've done that. Find the truth behind the mysterious voice, I've not done that yet. Okay, find the Pokemon that can open the jar of jam. Find the truth behind the mysterious voice. And retrieve the ball for the man's children. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 4 is how many I have till now.
Excuse me.
Hi there, do you mind if I ask you some questions? What do you need? About Pikachu.
Excuse me.
Did you happen to see a Pikachu 2 nights ago? The evening the Slowpoke statue in Fountain Plaza was damaged? There was a commotion that Fountain Plaza wasn't there. I was here that whole evening and I didn't see any Pikachu. The culprit didn't come through the square either. Have you witnessed any of the recent Pokemon detainments? I heard that the Pokemon caused some trouble in front of the Hi Hat Cafe, but I didn't see it for myself, so I don't know anything else about it. No, I already talked to this guy. Phalanx. I think I've talked to everyone, really. It's just the police officers now. If danger rears its head, you can trust the Rhyme City Police to protect and serve.
Excuse me.
So yeah, I'd just like to ask a few questions if that's okay. Questions for me? I'm happy to answer anything I can. About detainment. Is Pokemon detainment one of your assignments? Yes, it sure is, and we're being extra vigilant for the remainder of Pokemon Friendship Week. Mayor Myers has been promoting it a lot lately. Yes, he has. Pokemon Friendship Week was created in response to the R incident 2 years ago. It represents our ideals of peaceful coexistence with Pokemon. As officers of the law, we work hard to protect that peace. The police are lucky to have an officer like you. If anything happens, we'll be there in no time, so you can put your mind at ease. Thanks to the state-of-the-art surveillance cameras we've begun using, not a single incident slips by unrecorded. Are the cameras really all that special? Our cameras have captured the incriminating moment in every recent incident. Every last one? Are you sure that isn't just a coincidence? I'm sure those cameras are amazing, but that sounds too good to be true. We don't have a lot of cameras at our disposal, but the few we use are extremely effective. Why are all these police officers cute chicks? We've had so many Pokemon detainment assignments lately. It's pretty shocking how much they've spiked.
Excuse me?
Actually, that's exactly what I'd like to ask you about. Fancy that? Is it one of your assignments? Recently, it feels like detaining Pokemon is all I do. Frankly, that's supposed to be the PPB's responsibility. But they're such a new organization, they don't have enough personnel, leaving police officers like me to pick up their slack. You think it could be because the guy of the PPP wants more personnel? So he's framing those Pokemon to further his own devices? That sounds really tough. I'm sure your department already has enough on their plate. Well, I wouldn't say that. The official story is that the PPP was formed to assist the police, keep us from spreading ourselves too thin, that sort of thing. But between you and me, Rhyme City has never given us more police work than we can handle. Ah crud, I skipped a line. I think the PPP was established as part of the mayor's vision for the city. But, and this goes without saying, working with people in Pokemon are two different ballgames. People have their individual quirks, but at least we're all one species. Pokemon, on the other hand. Exactly, there's an infinite number of variables we need to be able to respond to in any given situation. Sometimes it all feels way above my pay grade, but with the direction the mayor and the PPP are taking things, there's not much I can do.
Let's think.
Let's think about whether there's anything strange about a PPP's activity. Yeah, that seems likely. Police officers said they've been busy lately because the number of Pokemon-related assignments have increased. No, I don't think that's it. It sounds more like it's being staged. Yeah.
Okay.
Morpeko, Impidimp, Inteleon, and Pikachu. A lot of Pokemon have been detained in different places. Yet somehow the few surveillance cameras in the city managed to film each one of them. Seems too good to be true. Not to mention the surveillance cameras caught the exact moment each crime was committed. Right, seems a bit too convenient. Maybe the PPP staged the crimes and filmed them. That's definitely a possibility. Think the mayor is involved? That it is to allow him or give him reason to enact his plan to have all Pokemon managed? All this time I've just assumed there was another Pikachu, but now I'm having second thoughts. What do you mean? So many Pokemon have caused incidents have been detained in such a short time. And it seems that the incriminating detail for every one of these incidents has been captured on camera. Rather than finding a double for each and every one of these Pokemon, it would be much easier for them to just use one Pokemon capable of passing as the Ditto! I forgot about that. If they had a Pokemon that could do that, if they had a Pokemon like that, it could explain how so many of these incidents occurred in such a short time. So what we should be looking for is a Pokemon that can look like other Pokemon. Right, let's ask around more. Ask people in the city if they saw the Pokemon that really caused these incidents. I think I read something about that, actually. Not that long ago, I think I read something about a Ditto in Detective Pikachu Returns. Even if the Pokemon Protection Bureau staged the incidents, the actual crimes had to have been committed by a Pokemon. All the partners of the detained Pokemon said the same thing. They are convinced that their Pokemon would never commit the crimes they've been accused of. I can really only think of one possible explanation. A different Pokemon than the ones that were detained committed all the crimes. We gotta find a Pokemon that can make itself look like other Pokemon. Uh-huh. Well, she would know. Oh, Ditto dear. Did you hear someone calling for something? Ditto! Where can it be? I bet that's Ditto's partner. I think the voice is coming from back here. Let's go check.
Excuse me.
Hello there, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, go right ahead. I've been so lonely, it's nice to have a distraction. What's wrong? My dear Ditto went missing a while ago. So that was your voice we heard just now. I've been looking for it everywhere, but I just can't find it. I'm worried it's sick. I hope it shows up again soon. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. I really do miss my Ditto. Ditto loves to play by using Transform. It turns into all sorts of things. But my little one isn't actually very good at using Transform. It can only imitate what it sees with its own eyes. Sometimes it gets the shape a bit wrong, but that just makes it even cuter. I would find that creepy. But hey. That poor woman. Said Ditto has been missing for a little while now, right? I know it fits the profile for what we've been searching for, but could it really have gotten tangled up in all these incidents? It's possible, yeah. Is there any way to be sure? I can ask Pikachu. Ask Pikachu? Oh, yeah, it's about time for my visit with him. So I'll discuss, talk with, let's just go see how he's doing. Are you sure I can join you on this join in on this visit, even though I'm not his partner? Should be fine. Come on, let's go. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Incidents have been on the rise lately. Take care of yourself out there.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask a few questions if that's alright with you. About Pokemon detainment. We're actually looking for the people who have been handling Pokemon detainment. That's not one of my assignments. My duties keep me here at the station. Then how can we get in touch with someone who has been assigned to Pokemon detainment? Why don't you try asking the two officers in the parking lot out back? Yeah, I just did. Manic! That area is off limits to the public. Sorry! Let me explain our Pokemon partner visitation rules. Afternoon. Yeah, we already got that description yesterday. I'm ready, yeah.
Yes.
So this is the visitation room. I feel a little nervous in here. Oh yeah, it's your first time here. Wait. What is it, Tim? Nothing. Could you actually wait a second for me? Yikes, what do I do? I've been keeping the fact that Pikachu and I can speak to each other a secret. What's Rachel going to think when she sees me talking to him? If we're going to keep investigating together, I should just tell her the truth. Are you okay, Tim? You look like you're thinking awfully hard.
Rachel, there's something I want to tell you.
What is it? It sounds pretty serious.
I don't expect you to believe me, but the truth is, I can understand everything Pikachu says.
Aha. Dot 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 dot. Excuse me, I want to get some candy because I feel my throat already getting sore again from talking so much, reading out loud. And I don't want to become sick again. I think it's partly caused by allergies as well. Pollen has been pretty strong at the moment. Lately, I should say. I know it must be shocking to hear someone say a thing like that. If you don't believe me, I understand. Amazing! Huh? That's incredible, Tim. I'm so jealous that you can communicate with Pokemon. So when you said you'd been solving cases with Pikachu, you really meant it literally. How are you able to talk with him? Do you know how that happened? Honestly, I'm not sure myself. He's the only Pokemon I can understand, too. Pikachu interprets for me when I'm speaking to other Pokemon. Wow, Pikachu is pretty clever. It must be your strong bond of trust with Pikachu that lets you understand him. We were able to talk as soon as we met. Maybe you just instinctually understood each other's feelings from the start. Yeah, maybe. But hey, you're pretty amazing yourself, you know? You've studied so much about Pokemon and it's clear how much you care about them. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you saying that. Well, saying that, she doesn't have a partner Pokemon that we've seen. Excuse me. Most people in this universe that enjoy Pokemon have a Pokemon partner. But she doesn't. I wonder why that is. I've always felt this way, that I want to understand Pokemon better and have them understand me as well. Always, huh? A Pokemon rescued me when I was just a little kid, you know?
Once, when I got lost in the forest in Bamboo Burrow, an Ursa ring helped me out.
An Ursa ring?
That's right. I was cold, lonely, and crying, but it stayed by my side and kept me safe. I know that Ursa ring helped me because it could understand what I was feeling. And that's why I wholeheartedly believe that Pokemon and humans can understand each other's feelings. My mother, I learned that from her.
Understanding each other's feelings. That's really nice.
I remember that day so clearly. That Ursa ring and I really connected back then, heart to heart, and when I told Mama and Papa about it, they said that humans and Pokemon were always meant to be that close, but Papa's changed. All this Pokemon management stuff is so unlike him, and when they've done nothing wrong. I understand how you feel, Rachel. Thanks, Tim.
Yes.
That's how I felt when I visited him yesterday. Here's Pikachu.
Hey.
I wonder if Tim's made any progress in his investigation. Hey Tim, thanks for coming to see me. I'm glad to see you're okay, Pikachu. Oh, and Rachel's here too. Hey Tim, are you sure this is okay letting her see us talk like this? About that, I actually just told Rachel our secret a minute ago. She knows that you and I can talk to each other. Wow, that was pretty bold of you. Did she even believe you? Yeah, she even said she was jealous. Haha, well, that's a relief. Rachel's a bit of an odd one, isn't she? Either way, there's still an officer in the room, so we should keep it down. Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's get straight to the point. I've got something to report to you, Tim. Yeah, besides, they're allowing them to see each other, but other than seeing each other, usually what you do in these visitations is talk. So, it's not that strange, I guess. It's not like they can do anything besides looking at each other if they don't talk. Managed to get help from the other Pokemon in the detainment rooms. Now I can see into all sorts of different places inside the police station. Wow, that's fantastic. Good thing you figured out how to get along with them. We're not exactly best friends or anything like that, but I guess that's okay. There's something else I wanted to talk to you about too. Come on, let's pool our information.
Hey.
I found this photo of the incident occurring at Founded Plaza. Check it out. You don't see its head. It's a Pikachu, and I don't gotta tell you it's not me. That other Pikachu is the real culprit. But that's your hat in the picture. Somebody must have gotten it specifically to frame me. But it's obvious that it isn't me, right? You've got stripes on your back, but the Pikachu in this photo doesn't have any. Well, we know that the Ditto gets little details wrong, so... On the tail as well, no? Isn't there supposed to be some kind of marking on the tail, no? I guess not. Can't see any on his. I'm curious about that thing on its back. It's the same device that I've got on my back right now, too. I asked around the city yesterday about those devices. Based on the testimony I gathered, I'm pretty sure they are meant to keep Pokemon pacified. To keep them from going berserk, you mean?
Hey.
Were you able to track down the real culprit, the other Pikachu? We found some tracks, but they trailed off. I don't know where it went. Too bad. Sorry I haven't been able to prove your innocence yet. Hey, no need to apologize. I know you're trying your best. If you couldn't find it, If you couldn't find it, you couldn't find it. What's important is what you do next. And as for that double of yours, I think there's a high chance that a different Pokemon was impersonating you. You think so? Now there's an intriguing theory. What kinds of Pokemon are helping you in there? Lots of them, but the most helpful one is Luxray. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he can see through objects and use powerful electric-type moves. That vision thing sounds pretty handy, but if he knows strong electric-type moves... Let me stop you right there. I don't think Luxray is the culprit at all. If he were, the PPP wouldn't have had any cause to arrest me in the first place. That reminds me, Luxray asked me to pass on a message to you. What is it? He wants to know how his friend Mike Tiena is doing out there. The two of them got in a fight, and Luxray is worried about what happened in the aftermath. He says Mike Tiena usually hangs around 2nd Avenue. Got it, I'll keep an eye out for Mike Tiena and let you know how it's going. How it's doing, or something. Doing. Thanks, Tim.
Hey.
So any guesses about what Pokemon was pretending to be me? I have an idea, but I need to consider all the possibilities. Let's see.
Let's think. A Ditto. Yeah, Ditto could have made itself look like me. Ditto's partner said that Ditto can only copy things it can see. That probably explains why there were no stripes on the Pikachu's back in the photo. But I have looked in every detainment cell and I didn't see a Ditto in any of them. That's strange. If it was detained, it should be in a detainment cell. Maybe you've seen it, but you didn't know because it was already impersonating someone else. Guess I better search the other rooms of the station. If the PPP and the police have been using Ditto, then they're definitely up to no good. So that's it. What is it, Tim? I saw Brad out and about several times while I was investigating. He seemed to be examining the scene of the crime, a crime which already had a culprit. It's kinda suspicious. I really don't want to suspect Brad, but I can't help but wonder what he was up to. Maybe he has his doubts as well. Brad may be a bit of a jerk, but still we've known him for 2 years now. I don't like having to think of him as a suspect. But you need to look into what he's been up to, Tim. But you're a detective, aren't you? You're not trying to bring Brad down, you're only trying to uncover the truth. Yeah, you're right. Look into the cube-shaped devices too. I understand their function to pacify Pokemon, but that alone doesn't explain everything. The Pikachu in the photo damaged just that Slowpoke statue. I think they're being controlled. The devices may have some other function as well. I wonder what Brad was doing at the crime scenes. I suppose you could just ask him. But if he was up to something shady, he might just give us the run around. In that case, maybe we should ask the other police officers. Agreed, you might want to ask people in the city what they think of him too. So about how those cube-shaped devices work. I keep losing my memory here in the police station, so I really don't know much about them. Try asking people in the city about them. I'm sure there are people who have seen those devices attached to Pokemon. Try hearing what they've got to say. Visiting time is over. I wish we had more time. Good luck with your investigation. Not this, darn it. What is it, Pikachu? It's just like yesterday, that feeling when I'm about to lose my memories. And my body is moving on its own. Pikachu! It's no use. Is Pikachu okay? He was walking kinda strange just now. It was like that after our first visit too. I'm worried about him. Day 2, evening.
Alright.
2 things we need to do. First, find Brad. Second, look into what those cube-shaped devices actually do. Is Brad that man we saw in the plaza? You know him, right? I hope you don't end up squaring off against each other because of this case. That'd be pretty crazy, but we don't know for sure yet that that'll even happen. Let's just concentrate on uncovering the truth. Oh, and one more thing. If we see my Iena, we need to check and see how it's doing. My Iena? Yeah, Pikachu asked me to check on it. Apparently it's friends with the Luxray in the station. Wow, you talked about all that. It just sounded like Pika Pika to me. Yeah, that's normal. I'm pretty sure I'm the weird one here. Not weird, Tim. Exceptional. Hey, thanks, Rachel. I'm glad I opened up to you. Detectives? Sorry, I guess we shouldn't keep talking here. No, that's fine. Were you talking about Brad just now? There's something we'd like to ask him about. What if you're looking for Brad and just headed out to the 2nd Avenue on new orders? Really, thanks for letting us know. We're headed to 2nd Avenue, right? Let's go hear what Brad has to say. I'll be looking for more side quests then. Before doing that. After we talked. Did anything strange happen today after we talked? Inteleon hasn't come back yet, has he? He hasn't. I think he's still at the police station. The shop sure is lonely without Inteleon. It's hard to tell for sure, but I think even the flowers are drooping a bit. Inteleon always took such good care of them. I really hope he can come home soon. T, Sinsen! I've never seen an antique form Sinistea before. Oh wait, he has a request.
T?
Okay, he's got the same line of dialogue. Whenever I come to eat here after work, all my exhaustion from the day just melts away.
Lura?
Ludgolo looks like she's asking a question. What do you suppose it is? I wonder if she's asking where Pikachu is.
Valley.
Hey,
Hi Tim, welcome. Perfect timing actually. I've got a favor to ask. How can I help? I can't get the lid off this jar. Could you please open it for me? Sure, if that's all you need. The lid won't budge. No good, eh? It was worth a shot. I ordered some gourmet preserves to use in my cooking, but I guess you could say I'm in a jam. A strong Pokemon might be able to help open it. I think you're onto something there. Can I think of any? Not off the top of my head, but I can keep an eye out for one. A strong Pokemon. Be sure to keep my ring secure. Thanks for your help earlier. Love those candy. Not this one. Indeed.
Dee.
Sincere empath. Indeed. Oh, and Indeedee. These Pokemon can read the emotions of those around them. And they're really kind too. Indeedee always tries to help out. Indeedee always tries to help out when someone is in trouble. You said you wish you could understand the hearts and minds of Pokemon too, right? Yeah, I hope someday I can be more like Indeedee.
Indeed.
Oh, hello there. Do you need something?
Excuse me?
I was just hoping to ask you some questions. You'll have to speak up. My ears aren't what they used to be. Never mind then. I heard something. Eh?
Excuse me.
We talked? Not really. I was so shocked after they took more Pico from me that I couldn't find the motivation to do anything else with my day. Did you try going to the police station? You might be able to visit more Pico there. That thought never even occurred to me. I'll try visiting tomorrow.
Lily?
For some reason, just breathing in that aroma helps me feel calmer. That's why they even make perfume with Lilligant's scent. It's too expensive for me though. It doesn't seem to be paying any attention to us. It really does march its own tune. Yeah. Ah, a strong Pokemon. Machamp. Hatena. Didn't expect to find one in a place like this. Let's not bother it. Gorgeist? Or a name like that?
Machamp!
Champ to champ!
Yes.
Sure looks strong. Have you come to check out my awesome Machamp? I'm so proud of him. Not exactly. Oh, maybe you can help out with our problem. See, we've been looking for a Pokemon that can open up this jar of jam. That'll be a piece of cake. I mean, it's jam, but you get the idea. Give it a twist, Machamp. Champ! Champ! Wow, great job. You opened the jar like it was nothing. A little thing like that isn't even a warm-up for my superpowered partner. Thanks a lot. We've got to get this back to Pablo. Good to see you back. How did it go? Great. Here, take a look. Oh. What Pokemon did you ask for help? A Machamp popped the lid right off for us. A Machamp sounds like that stubborn jar lid never stood a chance. Anyway, I'd better whip you up a little thank you gift with these preserves. Thanks very much, but we can wait till another time. Are you sure? We're in the middle of his investigation, and if Pikachu didn't get to try some too, I'd never hear the end of it. True that. Well then, I'll hold off on making something until all three of you can stop by together. Thanks, Pablo. Mm-hmm. Which Pokemon is making that noise?
Indeed.
Maybe it's Indeedee.
Indeed.
It's making that noise whenever I'm around here. Ah, up there, a Drift Blim. I almost didn't see it. Drift Blim, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Or is it Drifloon? It's one or the other. Because I can't remember which is which.
Excuse me.
Did anything strange happen today after we talked? Nimpidim still hasn't come back. Yeah, I wonder what the poor little guy is doing in the police station right now. Yeah, me too. He could be lonely in there. I'm more worried that he is getting up to his usual pranks and causing trouble for the police. He's always got so much excess energy to burn. I can only hope he behaves himself and gets let out soon. Hello? I don't know what to do.
Excuse me.
Everything okay? I live on a back street just off of Mountain Plaza, you see, and I always walk through the plaza on my way home. But now whenever I'm walking through the plaza, I keep hearing the strange voice. When I turn around to see who's making it, there's never a soul inside. That might actually be what I was just talking about. Of course not. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. I hope so, but until I know what that voice is, the plaza is just too creepy for me to go anywhere near. The case of the Rhyme City ghost, doesn't it make me curious, Tim? It sure does. Let's investigate. Thanks for your help. All I want is to feel safe enough to walk through the plaza again. Drifloon. Here. While they're here, I really do hear something. Isn't that a Pokemon cry? I can't quite tell what species, but it's gotta be a Pokemon. Let's take a look around. This one?
Oh.
Low. Who's that? Who's that Pokemon? It's Tailo. So that's what was crying out. Low. Boy, it's loud. Why do you suppose it's making so much noise? I have a feeling this Tailo only recently left its nest. Apparently young Tailo often become lonely and start loudly crying out for their parents. Gosh, now I'm kind of worried for it. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. Tailo are also known for being gutsy. Keep your spirits up, Tailo. Low! Well then, let's go report what we found. Oh, detective, how did the investigation go? Turns out the voice you heard was a Talos. I think it was crying out because it only just left its nest, so it's lonely. What a relief. Now I know there's nothing to worry about when I pass by. If it's not too much trouble, would you mind introducing yourself to Talo? I'm sure if there's someone checking in on it, it'll feel safer too. Good idea. I actually just arrived in Rhyme City myself. I'll say hello to Talo whenever I'm on my way home. I hope we can be friends. Thanks. Okay, that's 6. I think I'm still missing 2. Retrieve the ball for a man's children. Ah no, that's the only one I'm still missing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and I got 6. Okay. Only one more. If danger rears its head, you can trust the Rhyme City Police to protect and serve.
Excuse me?
Was hoping to ask you about something. Situation in the city. Did anything unusual happen in the city today? Well, there were a number of incidents. Would you like me to tell you about each one? Listing them all could take a while. No, I don't need that much detail. I'm just looking for more general information. Sorry to trouble you. It sounds like your department is really busy. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Anything to protect the peace of our fine city.
Excuse me?
Good evening. May I ask you some questions? Is something the matter about the situation in the city? Did anything unusual happen in the city today? What do you mean by unusual? I mean we respond to incidents every day. And with so many Pokemon related incidents lately, it feels like things are anything but usual. Sounds like a lot to deal with. It may be a lot, but it's my job. All I can do is keep doing my best. Not that way. I called the police, so I'm sure they'll do something about it soon. I hope the police can take care of this quickly. Oh? Oh, you two, you shouldn't go this way. It's dangerous. Did something happen? There's an angry Pokemon back there. We should probably leave it alone for a while. What do you think, Tim? It sounds like a police officer came this way. Brad must have gone this way, and so should we. Just keep an eye out for that angry Pokemon. Meow. Now then, we're going to have to detain this Pokemon properly. It's Brad! And it sounds like he's just about to detain the Pokemon. Might Yena. Back alley outlaw.
Oh,
It's a Might Yena. Wait, Tim, isn't that? It's the Pokemon Pikachu asked me to check up on, Luxray's friend. Well, if it isn't our great detective, you're welcome to observe, but don't get in our way. This Might Yena is preventing the residents from passing through. Not only that, this same Might Yena was previously involved in an altercation with the Luxray. This Pokemon poses a clear threat to the public. I'm afraid we'll have to detain it until we can calm it down. Wait, Brad! And you are? Wait, you're the mayor's daughter, aren't you? I'm Howard's daughter, Rachel. Just look at this Might Yena, Brad. The poor thing is injured. Ina, please at least treat its wounds before you take it in. Don't you feel sorry for Might Yena? I'll make sure it receives treatment after I've taken it to the station. Will that satisfy you? No, it won't. We'll treat Might Yena ourselves then. Who, you two? My, who knew you were so talented? Tim, let's get help from a Pokemon. Are we even sure there's a Pokemon that can help? We'll go find one right now. I'm sure there's one in the city somewhere. Maybe we can find a Chansey or an Audino or an Indeedee or something. Let's have a look around the city. What, Indeedee?
No.
No.
No. No.
Ah, the smug way he says that. Makes me want to slap his face.
Indeed.
Look, Tim, NDD. Hey, you two, what do you think you're doing? Pokemon is hurt. Please, we need NDD's help. Ah, is that so? Very well, we should always help one another in times of need. Go with them, NDD. You can help them out. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much. This way, NDD. Indeed.
Dee.
It appears that my Yena has recovered nicely. Not fully, but it's at least stable for now. Now, I trust this is enough to put your mind at ease, Rachel. I appreciate you waiting for us to get it treated. There's something I'd like to talk to you about, Brad, before you take my Yena away. And what's that? Great, detective. When the loading screen is going, it looks like the Pikachu is on your shoulder. Oh, really? Right there, I guess. Every single incident was caught by the surveillance cameras. That's too convenient to be natural. Surely you've noticed, Brad. Innocent Pokemon are being framed. That's what happened to my Pikachu, and he can't be the only one. So you're suspicious of the surveillance cameras. But the footage of those cameras is incriminating evidence. Unless, great detective, you found evidence that Pokemon are being framed? No, not yet. In that case, I have no choice but to take this Might Yena into custody. That's my duty. Take it away! Yes, sir. Detaining the Might Yena now, sir. Again with the cute, sexy officers. Are there no men in the police in this town? It'll be with Pikachu and the others at the station. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is all just so frustrating. We couldn't even stop Brad. If we just had some proof. We have to find some. We need to find some. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad that Might Yena finally calmed down. Now we can finally get through here safely.
Hey!
Hey, Tim, I bet we could talk to these people right now. You're right. Let's see what they have to say. Thank you for calming that Might Yena just now. You really did us a favor.
Yes.
We actually didn't do much. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Oh, what did you need? About the cube-shaped device. Do you know anything about the cube-shaped devices that are used when Pokemon are detained? You mean those things they stick to their backs? The way they glow, they're pretty hard to miss. Glowing backs, huh? Kinda reminds me of Volbeat or Illumise. Illumise? I'm not sure. Oh, and the Pokemon seemed to really dislike those devices. How could you tell? I saw a Pokemon struggling and flailing its limbs.
Excuse me?
Do you know anything about Bragg McMaster? He's the police lieutenant who was just here. Not really, but he certainly was easy on the eyes. Somehow I knew they would say something like that. Yeah, he gives Rhyme City's finest a whole new meaning. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going to learn anything useful about Brad from these two.
Hey!
What should we do now? I doubt we'll be able to speak with Brad directly anymore today. Let's talk to some of the people. Lucky for us, there still seem to be a bunch of people out and about. I hope we can learn more about Brad and those cube-shaped devices.
Excuse me?
It's the local concern I was missing. Do you need help with something? Great, so see that building back there? One of my kids accidentally threw a ball up onto the roof. But I can't get up there to retrieve it, so I'm not sure what to do. No kidding, I can't even see that high up from here. Scaling the wall is pretty much out of the question. IPOM? The icing on the cake, I foolishly promised my kids I'd have their ball back to them by tomorrow. There's gotta be some way to get it. Any ideas? I think this calls for some Pokemon help. Let's go look for a Pokemon that's good at climbing buildings. I should think IPOM. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Pikachu shoulder. You there. I see the iPom of Rhyme City are as energetic as ever. These Pokemon are good at climbing trees, aren't they? You think one of them could retrieve this guy's ball? It's a great idea. Yeah, I think in Gold and Silver you could sometimes find them by shaking trees, didn't you? I think so. Do you think you could get a ball down from up on the rooftop? Hypo? Please, Hypom, you're the only one who can help. Hypo!
Alright.
There it goes. I think we managed to get our feelings across. I hope it manages to get that ball down. Let's go see. And then I won't have to look for more of those local concerns in this chapter. You're the two from earlier. Guess what? After you left, a night bomb appeared and got the ball for me. So it helped you out after all. Glad to hear it. I figured you send it over. It was such a huge help. My kids will be so happy now. Though I better give them a stern talking to about taking care of their things. Don't go too hard on them. Kids will be kids. Looks like Ipom wants to play with the ball too. Ipo? Oh, do you want to play with my kids? They'd be so happy to have an Ipom for a friend. Ipo. Looks like you're happy to make new friends too, Ipom. Lemiao. Is it Glamiao? Yeah, it is. What, Brad?
Excuse me?
Do you happen to know Lieutenant McMaster? Of course, the lieutenant's really been throwing himself into his work lately. The one weird thing I've noticed though is that recently he's been going out and working on his own. And at the scenes of crimes that have already been solved at that. Why would he be doing that? I really couldn't tell you. Is it true that you use cube-shaped devices when you're detaining Pokemon? You must meet the management tags. What makes a management tag different from any other tag? I'm really not sure. I think they're really high-tech or something. Yeah, right. I mean, they're machines after all. They've probably got little computers inside or something. Do you know anything specific about their function? I'm ashamed to say, but not really. I think the higher-ups in the PPB know how they work, though. Is something the matter? But Brad.
Excuse me?
Do you happen to know Lieutenant McMaster? Of course, we work together on a regular basis. He excels at performing his duty. His investigations are so thorough and efficient that Pokemon are detained almost as fast as the case itself is opened. In fact, Lieutenant McMaster has the highest crime clearance rate in the entire department. I didn't realize Brad was so highly regarded. Is it true that you use cube-shaped devices when you're detaining Pokemon? Oh yeah, those things. We got orders from the PPB to attach them to Pokemon. How do the devices function? Who knows? They never really gave us any details. There have been so many incidents lately. What a coincidence, we're actually investigating those incidents ourselves. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe. But Brad. Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for the Rhyme City Police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Oh, he just came to see me earlier. He asked me to help to tell him about Impidim. Well, at least he's not a complete idiot. He noticed that something is fishy about all this. So I told him, well, everything. How much Impidimp loves playing pranks, his fondness for shiny things, stuff like that. The lieutenant was a really good listener. He took it all very seriously. But I never figured out exactly why he was asking me all that. I see. Thanks again for your help. So Brad was asking about an Impidimp who'd already been detained. So what is Brad up to? Maybe he's not so bad after all. check this way.
Indeed.
Thank you for your help earlier. My Diana is doing much better, and it's all thanks to you. Indeed. Has that injured Pokemon gotten any better? Yes, it's recovering quickly, thanks to Indeedee. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Remember, helping each other out in times of need is the secret to a long life. I guess I don't have anything else to ask of these guys. I think generally these will not give you any hints. Those that gave you quests. What is it? Brad? Do you know a man named Bragg McMaster who works for the Rhyme City Police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Just met him, he came to ask me some questions. About what? The lieutenant asked me for details on Morpeko's ability. So I explained how Morpeko's appearance and the typing of his aura wheel move changes depending on whether he's hungry or full. Maybe Brad came to the same conclusion we did, Tim. It doesn't make sense for Morpeko's aura wheel to have been electric type if he was hungry when he used it. If that's true, then what exactly is Brad trying to do? Okay, same question. The lieutenant just left, in fact. Do you know what he was doing here? Same thing as you, actually. Investigating the flower display in Teleon was accused of vandalizing. I couldn't make out what, but he was muttering to himself the whole time, just like at Fountain Plaza. Brad sure spends a lot of time returning to the scene of the crime. But why is he investigating these crime scenes after the Pokemon have already been detained? It really makes me wonder.
Let's think.
He's not involved, he is studying these, I guess. No, I can't go left. What they really are. Make Pokemon go berserk. But no, I can't deduce that one. No, this one I can, yeah. I've collected a good amount of information about Brad. Now it's time to organize it and think this through. I've seen Brad at several crime scenes. He might be investigating the incidents on his own. Well, yeah, duh.
Okay.
His own little private investigation, I guess. If Brad were the one giving orders to Ditto, there would be no reason for him to go around asking questions after detaining the Pokemon. So you think Brad is just investigating the incidents, like we are? Yeah, I do. Yeah, Cube Ship devices.
Excuse me.
About the Cube Ship device. You know anything about those Cube Ship devices being put on Pokemon as they're detained? Those things, I hear they are management tags. I don't quite understand how they work, but they're pretty interesting. The moment a Pokemon is outfitted with a device, it goes with the police without any resistance. Well, that's the hint I needed. They do that on their own. It's much safer when they aren't violent. And about Lieutenant McMaster. No trouble at all. Why did you need him for anyway? I just remembered something about the incident Pikachu was involved in. I thought it could help with the investigation, so I wanted to tell the lieutenant in person. Understood. Thanks for reporting whatever info you can. About the situation in the city? I don't know if I'd necessarily call it strange, but there have been several Pokemon-related incidents. At this rate, they're going to fill up every detainment room we've got. Must be pretty stressful for the Pokemon. If they're stressed, they can work it out during their daily exercise time.
Let's think. Okay.
Yeah, they might actually be capable of controlling Pokemon. You really think so? I do. We don't have any evidence yet, of course, but it seems that way based on what we've heard. If that's true, then Ditto was forced to obey someone else's orders. Yes, that's terrible. If the person orchestrating these crimes was controlling Ditto, how were they able to give it orders? With a remote? Based on all the witnesses' statements so far, it's not clear whether anyone was directing Ditto's actions. True, but there had to have been someone on the crime scenes talking directly to Ditto, right? Can't really think of any other method they could have used. Maybe a witness saw someone giving out orders. We should ask around.
Okay.
Now we know Brad isn't the culprit, and we got that tip about Ditto too. We should tell Pikachu as soon as we can. At night, would they even let us see him? The officer at the reception desk said that we could visit up to twice a day. As long as the station is open, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Saving progress up to this point. Would you like to visit Pikachu now? Then follow me. I'm in the detainment room. Great, back again with missing memories. A mystery for another time. Right now, my goal is the chief's office on the second floor. There was a duct in his office, but it doesn't seem to be connected to the ones down here in detainment. Won't I get in trouble if I'm not in my cell when Tim comes to visit? I have to go up to the first floor and search for a duct that connects to the chief's office. I guess I'll go see Luxray first, though. I can look for a duct leading to the chief's office after that.
Say.
We found a room that looks important, so I'm gonna rustle up some clues. Considering you passed my treasure hunt test with flying colors, I bet you'll come back with something amazing to share with us. You've kept me waiting. How's the investigation going? It's going, and relax, this is one great detective you can count on. Great detective? I swear I've heard that somewhere. He doesn't have much memory, does he?
All right, Pangoro. Go slow, okay? I did it! Ow!
You're going out investigating again, are you not? If I could only fit through those ducts, I'm certain I'd be able to help you too. It's the thought that counts. When are we gonna get out of here? That depends on what info I can find. I'm heading out right after this. I'm dying to see my partner, so you better pull through. What is it? Do you need my help again? Thanks for the offer, but you wouldn't be able to get through the ducts. My plan is to take him up to the first floor and aim for the chief's office. Then I suppose I'll just have to leave that to you. You can count on me. Oh yeah, when I talked to Tim earlier, I passed on your message about my Iena. Ah, thank you. Hey, no sweat. Now just hang tight until our next visit and I'll fill you in on his report. Check out the others.
Come on, Lightbird. You got this?
Lie, lie, lie.
Eh? Ow, 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 ow. That hurt.
This cube-shaped thingy on my back is such a nuisance. Doesn't it bug you too, Pikachu? I've mostly gotten used to it, but yeah, I agree that it's not ideal. Not at all. It's driving me crazy. Hey, calm down, Lachog. I'm gonna go do some investigating to get us out of here. What the heck are we getting out of here? When the heck are we getting out of here? Can't make any promises yet, but I did spot a place that looks worth investigating. I'm gonna scope out the chief's office and report back, so hang tight. Guess when you're indoors, the fallen berry pickings are slim. The sooner I get outside, the sooner I can eat lots of berries. I feel that I've been missing Pablo's coffee myself. Which room should I go to?
Watchog, I'm counting on you.
What?
Leave it to me, make sure you curl up into a ball. What? Now I'm on the first floor, but there are lots of police officers up here. If they spot me, I'll get thrown right back into the detainment room. Anyway, where should I go? Looks like there's ducts back there. Based on the floor plan, I'm guessing that duct should connect to the chief's office. Because there's no point in standing around. Muscles don't fail me now. I like that music. I can't explain. I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind. Whoa. Gotta be careful about that one. Where is the duct? Oh, okay. Alright, I made it to the duct. Guess I gotta climb up there. I just hope it really does connect to the chief's office.
Well, here goes nothing.
Shush, Pikachu, they can hear your Pika
So
Pika.
high up. Ow. I think this is making me shorter.
Finally out of there. This has gotta be the chief's office. Just look at it. Looks like my little stealth mission was a success, as expected. Now let's find out what you're really up to, Butler. Hello? A ditto? That's one sturdy looking safe. I'm gonna need to get my paws on a passcode if I want to see what's inside. I wonder if how I can find that code. Can't look on the desk. Well, it's just a ditto, I guess. Transforms? Sorta? Hey, you're that ditto we've been hearing about, aren't you? Is this where you've been? Wow, it's a Pikachu. You know about me? Oh yeah, I know all about you. Matter of fact, I got some questions for you. Why are you here?
Hey,
What are you even doing here, Ditto? Been here for ages, using Transform to turn into all kinds of Pokemon. Mr. Man always asks me to do it here in this room. He says transform into this Pokemon. But after I use Transform, my head goes all fuzzy. So I don't really remember what happens after that. You've been experiencing memory loss too, eh, Ditto? I know just how you... Hey, wait a minute! Did Ditto make itself look like me and break that Slowpoke statue while its memories were missing? Someone in this room earlier, a guy called Butler. Yep, Mr. Man's here all the time, not right now though. You're not Butler's partner though, are you? Partner? No, my best friend is Granny. Mr. Man is the person who brought me here. He's really nice. Butler, nice? With a mean mug like that? He gives me lots of compliments when I use Transform. Hey Ditto, you haven't seen your Granny in a while, have you? Nope, nuh-uh. Will I get to see her if I keep waiting in this room? I'm afraid not, Ditto. Wait as long as you like. She won't be showing up here anytime soon. Huh? Really? This poor Ditto is just another victim.
Hey,
There's a safe in this room. You know that big box? Yep, it's right over there. Do you know what's inside? I saw Mr. Man move papers in and out of that box lots of times. He sings a weird song whenever he opens or closes the box. A song? Yeah, 515, 020. 515020, huh? That's what Mr. Man sings when he opens the box. 515020. Okay. Got it, thanks.
Thanks.
515020. I feel like I've almost got it. I guess I'm not strong enough to pull the device off. I thought I might be able to remove it and stop Ditto from doing any more bad things. Huh? What? Did you say something? Oh, nope, nothing at all. That song Ditto told me about must be the passcode. Time to crack it open and see what's inside. Bingo!
Yeah.
Alright, it worked. Let me see what I got in here. A packet of papers and some photos. I just hope this info helps get us out of here. He can read?
Let me see.
The cover of this instruction manual has diagrams of those cube-shaped devices. Guess that means it's got details on how to use them. These things are called control cubes, so I guess it can read then. It says there are special controllers to operate the cubes remotely. They must have used those controllers to make us walk up to the roof. Sheesh, that's not totally disturbing or anything.
Let me see.
Looks like paperwork sent to Butler from some sort of organization, and the organization's name is Unitas? Wait a sec, these are orders to Butler. What sort of organization can order around the chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau? Just who are these Unitas people, or Unitas? His orders are to capture Pokemon and transfer them. Looks like this has been ongoing for 6 months already, but the number has shot up in the last month. And it was all going on right under my nose. I really dropped the ball. What's this about compensation? These numbers show how much Unitas has been paying Butler, and the payments are for sending the captured Pokemon being kept at this station to some other location. These are photos of their targets. Hey wait, that's me! Butler was under orders to capture me? But what the heck for? Nothing here has given me any insight into Unitas' actual goals. Oh, here's a photo of some humans. This lady looks awfully familiar. Oh, I remember! That's Jessica! Pretty sure we met her in the cafe the other day. Wasn't she friends with Rachel? But why is Jessica sort of circled in red? I gotta let Rachel know about this. Who's that woman next to Jessica? The mother of Rachel? Isn't that Howard Myers? Mayor Howard Myers? And next to him, it's that scientist Murloc, the guy who plucked some of my fur.
Let me see.
Here's a report Butler wrote to someone. It goes on at length about how he's been rounding up Pokemon with help from the police. It seems Brad has been particularly active on that front. Brad's not gonna be happy when he finds out the chief's been playing him like a fiddle. The report also says that Holiday has been making a nuisance of himself. Looks like the inspector's been repeatedly objecting to Butler's methods.
Let me see.
Damage reports. These are forms filled out by the victims of Pokemon-related incidents. They contain descriptions by the victims of the damages incurred. Let's see, descriptions of Pokemon stealing things, Pokemon causing property damage. Wait, I don't see a damage report about the incident that occurred at the flower shop. I thought Inteleon destroyed the flowers there. I'm not seeing any reports about stolen food either. Even though Morpeko was detained for stealing food. So they're detaining Pokemon over incidents that don't even have damage reports. I wish I could show all these to Tim. Pretty sure taking them all out is out of the question though. I'll just have to settle with taking the most important looking pages. Let me just tear those out. Guess I can hide these in my hat for now. Oof, hat feels a little snug now. Well, now that I've got those documents, I'll just close the safe so it looks like nobody was here. Why did you stuff your hat full of papers? Are they super special or something? Yeah, Ditto, and thanks to these you'll be able to see Granny again. Oh, really? That makes me so happy, thank you. Yep, so just wait here a little longer. I'll just take these papers back to my room and... is someone there? Oh, no.
Oh no, someone's coming. Let's hide there.
But it knows that the Ditto is supposed to be in there, so...
Please, come in.
It's that professor, isn't it? From the photo. The one that took his fur, like he said. The silhouette looked like him. The hair, too. Yeah, and it's got the purple
Thanks for your
sleeves.
information. The jewel is now in my possession. As for the matter of that woman and Pikachu...
That Pikachu's being transferred tomorrow. Detective hat and all.
I see. I won't tolerate any mistakes. If you'd like more money, deal with that woman for me, too.
Leave it to me, sir.
Now then, I'd like to see how things are progressing with the control cubes.
Yes, sir.
Quickly.
That guy Butler met with, who could he be? Plus, he said I'm getting transferred tomorrow. Sounds like we better hurry. This is bad.
I got to tell Tim about what we just heard. Better go prep for our next visit. Detainment Day 2. Tim visits Pikachu. Evening. So I guess this was all taking place while he was doing all of that then. I'm glad they're letting us visit even though it's late. Yeah, we could have come tomorrow if we were turned away, but it was nice that they let us in. Well, I'm glad you came tonight. There have been some interesting developments. Oh, what did you find out? Come a little closer, Tim. I'll tell you all about it.
Yes.
What did Pikachu say just now? He said there have been some interesting developments. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. It's pretty vague. You'd better go get the details from him.
Hey!
So what are these interesting developments you mentioned? Apparently they're planning to transfer me to some other location tomorrow. They're relocating you? Where and what for? I don't know, but something tells me it's not an all-inclusive beach resort. And once I'm there, I doubt we'll be able to visit each other like we have been. Seriously? Then what can we do? Calm down, Tim. Our window of opportunity hasn't closed just yet. But first, I gotta ask, did you learn anything about Brad? Yeah, Brad is not our culprit. He's been independently investigating these incidents just like we are. Okay, in that case we might be able to get him on our side, don't you think? With Brad's help, I'd be able to valse on out of here tomorrow morning. But that would put Brad in the position of working against the police. Do you really think he'd agree to that? If you want him to, you'll have to explain what's really going on, and you'll have to do it clearly, with no room for doubt. Tell him who's behind all this and how they did it. Well, to be honest, I still haven't figured it all out. I don't think we have enough information yet. If it's info you need, I've got you covered. I found some definitive proof in the police station. Let's look over the evidence and get deducing. Wait, Pikachu, are you sure it's a good idea to show it out in the open? The officer will see. Officer, quick, there's a Pokemon loose in this room. What? I don't see any Pokemon. Over here in the corner, look closely. Let me see. Wow, Rachel is really on it. She distracted the officer for us. Now's our chance, Pikachu. Okay, here are some papers I found inside the safe in Butler's office. Thanks. Looks like an instruction manual for the devices and various incident reports along with... There are 4 sets of documents in total. Read them closely and make your own deductions. CubeShip device. Orders. Damage reports. Chief Butler's report. We've got a lot of information from people in the city, and we have the evidence you found in the chief's office. We should try deducing the method the culprit used to give orders to Ditto. A remote. Or controller. I thought the culprit needed to be at the scene of the crime to give orders, but if they used the controller to give orders from afar, they could have avoided being seen by witnesses. Alright, so now we know how the culprit did it. The real culprit in this case is... Well, we know who it is.
Okay.
Chief Butler was ordered to capture and transfer Pokemon, and he was getting paid for it too. And we found those orders in his office. Which means the real culprit is the head of the Pokemon Protection Bureau, Chief Butler.
Yeah.
Now we know the truth behind all these incidents. Chief Butler was using some kind of controller to make a Pokemon commit crimes. Exactly, you need to tell Brad ASAP. He'll probably be shocked, but if you show him proof, I think he'll understand. Then we can stop Butler from carrying out his plans. Yeah, I'll do that, but still. You're supposed to be transferred somewhere tomorrow, right? Are you sure we'll make it in time? Good point, I need to figure out a way to escape.
Tight security. Along with these cubes.
What are you thinking,
If you
Pikachu?
steal the remote or the controller,
Huh? I hadn't thought of that. What?
a bolt of brilliance.
A bolt of brilliance!
Huh?
If I get the other Pokemon to help, we can all escape! And I can finally get out of here!
I need help from the others if I'm gonna bust out of this place. You said Luxray and the others were helping you, right? Are you sure you'll be okay? Of course, just you watch. I'm gonna bust out of this place and take all the others with me. Wish me luck, Tim. Oh, speaking of Luxray, we found that my Iena. Really? How was he? He was injured. We helped get him back on his feet, but after that he was detained by the police. Ah, well, I'll tell Luxray. Thanks, Tim. We're breaking out of here tomorrow, and like I said, I'm bringing the others with me, my Tiana included. What do you need me to do? Cause a distraction for the police outside of the station. I just don't think the Pikachu voice works at all. I don't know. I mean, it's deep on purpose, I think. And I think it's got something to do with maybe still the father's consciousness being inside the Pikachu or something like that. I think it's not really meant to be Pikachu's voice. It's the voice of his trainer, really. And they were fused together somehow. I still suspect that because we saw the body of the father, but for some reason he was not conscious, so I think his consciousness might still be in Pikachu or something like that. That'll be our chance to escape, and don't forget about Brad. Okay. You think Brad will believe us? You got all the information to prove it, right? I'm sure that'll convince him. Yeah, I guess all we can do is try. I bet Brad is still out investigating at one of the crime scene. Let's go look for him. Brad sure is dedicated. Save. Well, that may still be quite long, so I'll finish this chapter tomorrow. I'll end it here for tonight because it's already late for me. Thank you so much for watching then. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is still a late night shift because I am on evening shift at work. Tomorrow will be a late night stream because I'm still on the evening shift tomorrow night. But then on Friday, I should be able to stream at the regular time. And on Saturday, I won't have any other choice but to stream in the afternoon because I work at night. So, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that and all that stuff. Anyway, take care then, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Bye-bye.